the deep like pockets that you understand with bass and all that sort of stuff.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? They don't
Yeah.
understand that, and they're just kind of they just like, you know, they understand. They don't really even understand it. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's really true. It's amazing to hear. I've been like having some internal battles with like the whole everything and the art form of, it's hard to get down, at least mentally for me. So
It's hard. It's
yeah,
hard to like. You don't want to compromise your artistry and
yeah,
your own like. And that's something that I've had to like really like. You know, at the end of the day, like, "Baby" is my like one of my biggest songs ever,
mm,
and like I've learned over the ages because there was one time where I really didn't like. I was like over it. I was overperforming "Baby"
right,
because I was like, I have this other style of music that I really want to make, that I really, I'm passionate about. But I realized that there's so many people who love when I sing that song.
mm,
And it brings back a nostalgic time, and it brings back a memory for them, and they just love it. So knowing that that brings them joy, now I'm able to say, you know what, because I know that it's bringing them joy, I'm gonna do it, and then out of that I actually get joy out of it. You know what I mean?
right, yeah. I mean, that's like the next level of understanding that, and I hope I
Yeah,
get there one day. That's like
yeah,
that's really insightful. I mean, yeah, that's amazing. It's such a moment as well, like you understanding how much that makes people happy. It's like so important to
so
you.
it's like it's almost like a sacrifice. Like, when you actually don't, you feel like, doing this is gonna, like, I'm gonna not like doing this because yada yada yada. I feel like it's, I did it a long time ago, or whatever it is. It's like too poppy or whatever.
Mm,
But when you really look at, like, what is the goal here? Ultimately, we want to make people happy, and if there's a majority of people that's going to make happy, then let's do that. And then out of that, you actually you become happy because you're bringing people such joy.
yeah, so true.
So
That's amazing advice. I feel so grateful and blessed to have someone like you to help me through all those crazy
for
little
sure,
mind warps that we go through
for
with
sure,
making art. Because it's difficult. It's like a super difficult thing to learn the balance. It takes time, I'm sure.
bro. It's really hard, dude.
Yeah.
You're a real artist, bro. Like, you really like. I mean, you're so talented. You are so like, what executives don't know, what people are probably telling you they want you to cut. They don't know what you know. You have a specific ear, and God's blessed you with something that He doesn't bless with everybody else, like, to everybody else. And so that executive who hears that music like that and is like, you this would crush, or this would do really good. Sometimes it's like, it's good to actually do those records for the people who are just like that executive who doesn't understand what you understand. They just hear a catchy melody, and then you can do what you want to do as well. And
Mm.
there's that compromise of being able to do what you love, and by the way, you can take this advice and you can be like, maybe that works for you and maybe that's cool. I'm not trying to convince you of anything, but what has worked for me and what
Yeah.
I've found works for me, especially as of late, is, before I would be like, bro, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. This executive has no idea. He has no idea, like, what sounds good. Like, you've been playing bass since you were like a little squirt, and like, probably like music theory and all this sort of stuff. And you're like, bro, this is just too mediocre, these words or whatever. It's like,
Mm.
but you, as long as you get an avenue to do what you love as well, there's an avenue for people who don't have what you have, and you can I don't know, you can kind of do both. I think I'm beating it over the head with I'm just beating it over the head, but
No,
that's what I'm
it's honestly really helpful. It's like it's for sure about. I've also had so much time to think about all of these things in quarantine. So it's been a little battle, but yeah, I'm definitely thinking of figuring it out.
Yeah,
And your advice is incredible, and you definitely know. Like that's a thing that I like I definitely listen to people that I've seen do these things. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
just a human nature thing, but like, yeah, man, it's really
You're not going to
helpful.
take
I
advice
think,
from someone who hasn't gone through that thing and doesn't know.
yeah,
If someone told you the same thing or hasn't walked through it or something, you'd be less likely. You wouldn't even really take the time to listen. You'd be like, yeah, whatever, cool. But like,
right.
you're not going to be like, you're not going to really like take it as like, for example, like, you know, Haley and I were talking about like different things um, that we aspire to have, and like personal goals with like the things that we want, like assets and like material things, which we all want, right? Everybody
Mm.
wants to have, you know, and maybe they don't. Maybe there's some people who are just okay with, you know, where they live or whatever situation they're in, and that's fine. But I think Haley and I have, since we were young, have always had high, like, just goals to, like, I don't know, just be super successful. And that doesn't outweigh, let me slow down a little bit. It doesn't outweigh, like, obviously we want to impact people first. We want to make sure that we're using our gifts and abilities um, just to bring joy to people and
Mm.
bring, um, bring joy to people. And, but where was I going with that conversation? I think there's still a level of like, you know, not doing it for money, but making certain sacrifices to be able to provide for our family and be able to make decisions to, like, that might be uncomfortable so that we can provide a lifestyle for ourselves that we want. If that sounds, does that sound crazy or?
No, I mean, not at all. I think it's, it's finding a balance between all of it is really important.
Yeah,
That to me is the goal.
the
And yeah,
balance. Yeah, that balance is important. You're totally right.
yeah, that sounds like, I mean, it sounds like you're saying that for you and Haley, that's like really important for you both to
Yeah,
make people happy and for yourself because, also that's super important to us, right? Is
yeah,
for ourselves to feel amazing. You guys seem like kind of masters at that balance, which is
yeah.
amazing.
We're trying, man. It's so
Yeah,
hard,
of course.
so hard. But
Crazy.
balance is so key. Yeah, finding the balance of like helping other people, like being able to do it for other people, but like you said, doing it for ourselves too. That's
Mm,
important as well.
helps us grow and everyone grow, which is a
Exactly,
special thing. Yeah,
exactly.
thank you. Thank you so
And no
much.
worries, bro.
Amazing.
I hope that was helpful.
Dude, always helpful. I feel really grateful and comfortable. If I ever need help, I know you're definitely a person I can come to.
Bro, you can call me and be like, bro, I'm struggling with this decision, or what do you think about this? And I don't have all the answers, but I've, you know, been doing this for a little while, so I have some answers.
You definitely have the insight, man. I very well trust your opinion on this whole
Thanks, man.
crazy,
Thanks, man.
crazy journey.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you so much, man.
Because you're young. How old are you?
I just turned 18.
Yeah, so when I went from my 18 to 21 was like, I wasn't asking the questions you're asking. I was just angry at the world and angry at, everybody, and wanting, like, not everybody, but just, I made really poor decisions. So,
Right.
if you don't have to make those decisions, just don't, like, you
Yeah,
can bypass them and ask me anytime, I'm feeling this way, I'm thinking this way, and hopefully I can give you some advice. But
absolutely. Yeah, that's so amazing, man. I feel so grateful to have someone that can call up and who really knows, to know.
hmm you're the shit, bro.
Yeah, man. All the shit, bro. Thank you so much. All right,
Absolutely,
man.
man. All right, bro. Well, much love, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
excited to watch your
Much
journey,
love, dude.
and
Thank you.
stay safe, bro.
You too, man. Keep the light. All right, man.
All right, God bless,
Peace.
bro.